Yes, the Reds. It's the Anfield Wrap post-match pint. That's a Liverpool 4, Accrington Stanley 0 in the FA Cup. Here in the Glenbook, Neil Dockin with Phil Blundell Kristian Walsh. Talk about a game that had a little bit of everything. I don't know what more you could have asked for today. You've got a young debutant, 16 years old, Rio Nahuma, bag of tricks, dancing down the wing. You've got Jota slotting. You've got Tyler Morton crashing and crunching into tackles. Trent scoring a wonder goal. Jayden Danns, the man who every time he plays in a cup, he either wins the trophy or scores a goal. And then you've got Chiesa, so hungry for a goal, so much to his game in that second half. He bags it. Everyone appreciated it. Just wrapped off a perfect afternoon.
You can tell you're in the media, because how you managed to get that from that, I have no idea.
I loved it today. I absolutely loved it. I had a whale of a time.
I'm glad someone did.
I told you, back of the cop, it's like a tropical sauna. My coat's off, and I'm just watching loads of Academy stars.
The first 5 minutes is free, lads. Come on.
I know.
You're only going to do 7.
I'm walking out the ground going, what am I going to talk about? Saying, no, it was absolutely what you want from an FA Cup tie at 12:15 on a very, very cold Saturday against the League 2 opposition. We saw glimpses of some nice things that we wanted. I think the interesting thing for me today is what you just said in all of your glory there, in terms of the way that we approached it differently to how we might have approached it differently in the past. The team was a lot stronger than I expected, apart obviously from Rio on the left-hand side. Jota gets 90, he scores. Nunes gets 90, doesn't score. But it was a very interesting sort of insight into how Slot might treat this cup, in the sense that he sees this as, number one, it's an opportunity to win a trophy, but also number two, he likes players to just play into rhythm, and he doesn't really believe, I don't think, on giving anyone bar maybe Mo, Virgil and maybe Gakpo.
Looks after Gravenberch, doesn't he?
A bit of Grav as well, but he clearly thinks that the way that you make players better and understand the system is by getting some proper minutes under your belt and playing properly against the team. So I thought it was really interesting in the sense that we didn't seek to blow them away. We didn't think obviously we were trying to win the game from minute one, but it felt very much like we're just going to take it at our own pace here. We're not going to be 4-0 up in the first 20 minutes against them. That's not to do, I consider the service. I thought they were quite good, but it felt like we genuinely never got out of any gear. And I think that was very much by design, because I think Slot very much is thinking here, this is basically a glorified training session, but it's just as important that the players get time on the pitch than the ones who didn't play had it off.
I do think it shows the strength in the squad, though. I mean, that we're able to field a team that's that strong and rest so many key players. And then, all credit again to Alex Inglethorpe and that academy, because so many of those youngsters are able to come in and acquit themselves so well. And I just think, Slot has used it as an opportunity to get minutes in the legs of Szoboszlai. He's had a week off ill. He needs to get that, first half. And boy, we'll get onto that pass he plays in the build-up to the first goal, Szoboszlai. And then we've used the squad to its limits, really. Everyone we could has got minutes and looks fit and ready and capable of firing the Reds forward. And if Jayden Danns ever does get a start in the Premier League, I won't be complaining.
Yeah, I've seen his stats just walking up here that apparently he's scored 3 goals and he still hasn't accumulated 90 minutes for the club yet, which is really quite... Imagine he just does that forever. Just scores a hat-trick every week until he's 37. He'll break every single record that's ever existed. Yeah, I thought it was... I think people come into these kind of games with some romanticism that, we're well best in these, we'll just win 10-0. But firstly, we're not trying to win 10-0. We're not picking a team that's going to win 10-0. And the intensity level is lower than training sessions, I think. I think ultimately, any training session Liverpool playing, when it's 11v11 or 9v9 or 7v7, whatever it is they do, whoever the players are playing against, they're playing against better players than they put out today, and more intensity and more willingness. And I think you saw that at times. I think there were a few things in the first half where, what was noticeable to me, sort of in the first minute, we had the ball in our left back area, and without anyone sprinting, without anyone doing anything particularly impressive, without anyone even trying, we've made 5 passes, and I think Harvey Elliott had the ball at his feet and was sort of not quite running at the left back, but was occupying the left back, and we got into that position without really trying. And the first half, it was a bit more of that, and then there weren't wake up calls necessarily, but there were a few things where it's a bit like, okay, hang on.
YouTube Press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.